Hey guys. So I know it's been a little longer than I said probably was going to be, but I did say that it may go longer than I thought. Anyway, point is, you probably noticed that it's been about a month since I've posted anything other than the thoughts I wanted to give on BlizzCon vid, since I took my break from uploading new content. I wanted to let you guys know I'm planning to get back to regularly uploading content. Have made a few extra vids during that time period. So, for example, if you guys enjoy my series where I solo raids and WoW, older classic raids, I have made a few videos recently that I think they turned out well. Well, okay, at least one of them. I like how my video on Ice Crown Citadel turned out. Whether or not the Old War one turned out okay, I don't know. I'm kind of mixed on it. I hope you guys enjoy it for what it is, though I may not, I don't know, you know, let's just say it's not one of my favorites. But that's I'm not. But at the same time, I'm not trying to speak negatively about it. So, anyway, um, so I plan on uploading a few of the videos for selling raids. I'm also gonna try and make videos on. Obviously, some new stuff came out since I took my break, namely the new characters in the games for Blizzard games. Ashe in Overwatch, Zeratul in StarCraft co-op, Orphea in Heroes of the Storm, and they just recently released the videos talking about the reworks that are coming for both Sylvanas and Stitches, which I'll cover those when those come out. So I'm gonna probably be making and then uploading over the upcoming future the videos on those characters, how they work. I have been working on them and practicing them, so you'll get more of a here's what I've learned while playing them over time, as opposed to the first impressions that I usually do. I've been playing with Ashe when I actually get a chance to. I've gotten Zeratul up pretty, almost to max level, so a lot of the stuff has been unlocked. Orphea, I played some. I said this right off the bat that I like her character, but it's not a character that I would play myself regularly because she doesn't really fit my play style compared to other characters in the game. Usually find yourself generating or gravitating rather towards characters that fit your play style more than just the meta, or just like, oh, this is a good character so you should play her. But if they don't fit your playstyle, you're not going to be very comfortable playing that throughout, unless you really try to learn how to adapt that playstyle into your own personal way of playing the game. So I'm going to be making videos on that. Obviously, I want to get back to continuing some of the other playthroughs I've been doing, like God of War. I want to finish the Telltale Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy playthrough, because we're like at we're either 2 or 3 episodes in. I think we're 3 episodes in, and we just need 2 more episodes to finish that off. And by the way, in case you're wondering about the status of Telltale playthroughs going forward, I did plan on doing the last 2 seasons of Walking Dead, but the fact that it seems that the final season of The Walking Dead may actually not get finished because of the situation involving Telltale, well, pretty much no longer being around anymore. They were going to finish a couple of other projects before they were done, but they didn't release. But the indication was that they were actually not going to finish the final season. Here's my problem with that. Some people pre-ordered the entire season pass for the entire season, and now they're being told they're not going to get the entire season. So either they finish that season or they give people a refund. Does that make sense? I mean, I was one of those. I paid for the season, the entire season, and now they're saying the season won't get finished because, I mean, I understand the real world stuff. The company is, the personnel and everything. I get that. I understand all that. But you should still understand this kind of agreement that we made to them, that we're paying for the whole season, and if you're not going to give us the whole season, then give us some kind of refund or something like that, right? Anyway, the point I'm saying is that because of the uncertainty of what's going on with the final season and whether or not it's ever going to get finished, the status of actually doing the playthroughs for the last 2 seasons is kind of up in the air. I'm not really sure what's going to happen in that regards. I may do the following season, that third one, just to show you guys what happened in regards to Clem and Kenny at that point. But I don't know. I'll we'll see. It's something I'm thinking about. I want to get back to certain playthroughs, but I'm actually doing stuff off camera in the meantime to make it easier and better. For example, I'm trying to unlock Flying and Legion to make doing some of the other playthroughs easier, especially for doing certain content like getting the class hall mount stuff if I choose to go through with that for certain classes. So that's what's kind of going on in regards to WoW and the content for that. There's a bunch of stuff I obviously hope to get back to. I have been getting asked about other games I haven't started, but if I'm going to do playthroughs of. I still haven't taken the time to sit down and finish Marvel Spider-Man yet, partly because I was okay with just letting it sit there and kind of get patched up and, worked on in terms of getting all the bugs out and such before getting back to it. So once I finish that, I'll decide. It probably will happen at some point, depending on how the starting a new game thing works. I have to kind of look into that, but that's kind of something I am hoping to do. I am kind of hoping to do Darksiders 3. For those of you who liked the playthroughs of the first 2 games, and I said I was going to be eager to do a playthrough of the third game, I have started playing it. However, there are some technical issues with it. The game had a number of performance problems. Here on my PS4, I was noticing texture issues, rendering issues. It was like frame rates were dropping. It was obvious that the performance was struggling for the game. And this was before it officially got released, because if you pre-order, I guess you got it a few days early access. I still don't agree with that practice. But if it's almost like a beta thing where it allows people who do get early access to report bugs and such for them to patch it up, that I would be okay with. But, kind of make it an official beta at that point if that's what you're going to do. But anyway, because of that, there was a patch recently that said they disabled HDR while they work on some issues. So it's obvious they are trying to patch up the game and fix it where it doesn't have so many performance problems. So I'm going to hold off on the playthrough of that until I can tell that it's been patched. They also have a couple DLCs coming out pretty soon. I'm going to be trying to see what I can do in regards to, like I said, I'm going to be trying to figure out whether or not to do certain... Okay, let me start over. I'm going to wait and see how that goes in terms of the patching and such, to see how the performance of the game gets affected, how much better it improves, before deciding to go ahead and start the playthrough of that game. From what I've seen, I do like it. It's kind of gone back to the old action feel. I heard some people don't like that they went away from what they did with Darksiders 2. I'm okay with it if they're going for a specific flavor with each game, with each horseman. If it fits the style of the horseman, which with Fury, I guess it kind of would, compared to Death and Darksiders 2. I'll obviously talk more about this when we actually are doing the playthrough. But it's one of those where I plan on doing it, but just be patient while the game is obviously getting patched and such. I also want to, at some point, get back to doing Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I know that kind of went on a big hiatus, even though I've done a lot of stuff off camera, like a lot of like, hey, go do this, go take this fort, go unlock this, go get this upgrade for your ship, go do this, go do that. So I've been doing a lot of that stuff, that open world busybody work stuff. Before we continue with the story, trying to get many upgrades as I can to try and make the whole thing easier to do, because there are certain missions the story gets really difficult to do if you don't have a lot of really good upgrades. So that's what I've been working on to try and make the experience of the playthrough of Black Flag better before we can then continue on with the rest of the series, which I would like to do certain ones. I'm probably going to be skipping Unity. A lot of people don't really look back fondly on that game, and it wasn't really highly regarded. Syndicate was well received by some people. I can tell you my dad really enjoyed that one as well. So I'll probably skip Unity and then just play Syndicate. I've actually held off on playing Syndicate, wanting to do it for the playthrough. Though there have been some games where I've kind of regretted that decision and wish I had played it first. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. And eventually perhaps check out both Origins and Odyssey and how those are. So that's kind of what I want to let you guys know about in terms of upcoming content. I'm going to be hoping to do videos on new characters in the games, Ash, Orphea, Zeratul. In those games, show you some of the soloing raids videos featuring Ulduar and Icecrown Citadel, two of the most famous raids in the history of the game. Trying to see if I can find time to get back to other playthroughs I've put on hiatus, like God of War, Uncharted 4, The Last of Us. I want to finish Telltale's Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, it's probably not going to be, also, of course, Skyrim. I have like 30 videos in reserve ready to upload, so I'm pretty far into that, farther than it is on YouTube. So don't be surprised if you see for a string of time, while I'll probably be getting more hours at work, because obviously now it's December, and we got through all the Black Friday stuff, but obviously in December it's still going to be pretty busy at my job, so I'll probably have time to upload a video. I just won't have time to really sit down and record new stuff. So that's why you'll probably be getting stuff that I already have in reserve, like the Soloing Raids videos, like the Skyrim videos, and then hopefully I'll be able to find time once we get to January. That's where I'll get a lot more free time, and I'll get a break from work to be able to sit down and make more new content for you guys to check out. Like I said, some of those other playthroughs I put on hiatus, and hopefully I'll be able to get back to doing this on a regular basis. So just want to let you guys know that I'm trying to have my break come to an end here and get back to doing this. So I hope you guys were able to perhaps enjoy some of my older content while I was on my break, and I hope you're looking forward to seeing some of the other content I have planned to upload for you guys. All right, I'll see you then.